Hi everybody. So today I am going to start my new granddaughter. She'll be born in June. I'm going to start a blanket for her. I've never done this before, so I'll be learning as I go. I have no one here to help me. So I went out and I purchased the things that I think I'll need. And so I thought I would go over those with you. If you have any suggestions or advice, you can feel free to share that with me. But this video will not be shared right away. The videos that I'm going to be showing about making the blanket, they'll be in several parts because I don't want my daughter to find out about it. So I will be showing them after we have the baby shower. So I thought I would just go over the things with you that I bought, how I'm going to make the blanket, and share, I guess, several different videos as the process goes along to show you what I'm doing, just for fun. It's just one of the things that's going to bring me joy, so I thought I would show you as well. So let's start off with the fabric. So I got this idea because I have a friend who has twins, a little boy and a little girl, and she has blankets for each of them, and they fit a toddler bed, and they look like they're quilted, but they're not. They're made with two pieces of fabric, and then they have the batting in the middle, and then they're drawn together with string, like in, I guess, maybe 9 different places in the fabric to hold it all together. So that gave me the idea that maybe that's something that I can do because I don't have a quilting machine. I don't know how to quilt, but I can try to do this and make something for my granddaughter. So the fabric I bought is flannel because it's super soft, so I thought that would be nice. This is the print that I got. It has little bunnies and owls, raccoons, I think those are foxes, squirrels, and frogs. And it's just the most beautiful light purple and tan and like a salmon peachy color and some really light greens. So this is going to be the top of the blanket. And then I bought this peach. Hopefully you can see the color of that for the bottom. So this is what they would look like together. Let me put this together for you. So this is what it'll look like when it's together. And then I have this green yarn. The color is called mint, that I thought I would tie it together with. So I think that'll be really pretty. And then this is the batting that I bought to put in the middle. And this is 45 inches by 60 inches. But when I laid it all out, this is 100% polyester. It's kind of thick, so I think it'll be nice and warm. But when I bought it and I laid it all out, this is much bigger. Not much, but it is bigger than the fabric, so I am going to have to cut it down. But I had this idea that if I have, actually that won't work because I'm not going to have any of the designer, the flannel fabric left over, so never mind about that. I was going to say I could make a little baby doll blanket that matches, but I won't have enough fabric, so not going to do that. So I remember when you make a blanket or you have a blanket, it has that strip that goes around the outside of the blanket, and I guess that's called a bias tape. So I bought 2 of these to go around the outside of the blanket, and these are 50% polyester and 45% cotton, and they are 2.74, let's see, 0.875 inches wide. So I think that would be nice. It's like half that package. So I think that would be nice bias tape to go around the edge of the blanket. I have these pins, and I'm hoping they'll be long enough to pin it before I sew it on my sewing machine. I have my fabric scissors. I'm going to be sewing it with white, what is this called? Thread. I'm going to be sewing it with white thread. And so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause you, and then I'm going to lay out everything so that I can measure and cut the batting that goes in the middle. So I'll bring you back as soon as I have that set up. Okay, so I have this all measured out. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm going to start cutting where the fabric ends here, and I'm just going to cut along the edge until it fits the size that I have. So I'll get that started. Like I said, this is an experiment for me. I have never done this, so we'll see what happens. So I'll pause you and I'll finish cutting this, okay? Okay, so I'm almost done cutting this off. I cut part of my undersheet. That's okay. I'm almost done. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I think, is put the bottom, the salmon colored, peachy color on the bottom, put my batting in the middle, and then lay the design flannel on the top, and then I guess I'll start pinning it together so that it'll be easier when I run it through the sewing machine. So that's my idea. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I have all of these little dangly strings on my bottom fabric. So I'm thinking that I should probably cut those off. So I don't think we want those on the blanket. So I'm just gonna do some snipping just to get those long parts cut off, because it feels right to me. So I will finish that up, and then I will finish putting the blankets and the batting and stuff together. Okay? Okay, my first problem. So I laid the bottom fabric, the batting in the middle, and the designed blanket fabric on top. And this is what I'm running into, that these are all not the same size, and I don't know if that's normal or, but so I think, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I laid it out as best I could. So I think I'm just gonna pin it and then see where I'm at from there. Maybe I have to trim it or something. I'm not really sure. So I'm just gonna, I think I'm just gonna keep pinning this, I guess, to hold it in place. I don't know if you can see that. And I'll go this way and that way. And I guess see where I'm at from there. See, I'm thinking, let me show you this. So this has this part of the fabric on it. So I'm wondering if that should be cut off. But I believe it would go underneath the wrap that goes along the edges. So I think what I'm going to do, it seems that the salmon color fabric is the shortest or the smallest fabric, so I'm just going to go by that. And so if I need to cut anything else off, I will. So I'm just going to go by this, by the bottom fabric. And then I will bring you back when I'm done, or if I run into more problems. But thanks for joining along. Okay, so I am really struggling with this part. Can't seem to match up the fabrics. I'm doing the best I can. I keep rearranging it and trying to flatten it out. And maybe I'm just being too picky. Maybe it just all comes together, but I don't think so. So that's my mom. I tried to look online to see what to do. I couldn't find anything, so I'm texting my mother. Let's see what she says. Okay, that's not the question that I was asking her. When you put it through the sewing machine, do you sew it with the decorative side up or the decorative side down? She said down. So at least I know that. So that means that I want to pin it so I can see the pins on the bottom side. So I need to switch that whole side there, I think. So I'm just going to keep pinning, and I guess I'll hope for the best. You know, the thing is that I can always take it out and redo it before I sew. So I'll just keep doing that. Okay, don't mind my messy desk back there, or cabinet. Okay, so I have finished. If you can see, I put all the little pins in. That was quite a job, simply because I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it to line up the way that it's supposed to, but this is the best I can do. So the next thing I need to do, which will be part 2, I need to figure out, I just realized that I haven't sewed on my sewing machine in probably a year, and so I need to sit and practice and figure out what I'm doing again, and then I'll bring you back for part 2. But today I showed you the fabric, and I ironed it all and washed it and laid it out and pinned it, and all while thinking of my granddaughter. So I hope she has many nights covered up with this, or laying with it watching television, or on the couch, and she can think of me while she does it. Okay, so So I'm going to let you go, and I'll be back for part 2.